Hi, hello everyone guys. So today let us begin with the second chapter of 11th class biological classification. So first one, this biological classification, what is the main criteria for this classification? First one is the cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction and phylogenetic relationship, which means that the classification which reflects not only for the morphology, physiology and reproductive similarities, but it also phylogenetic. So that's why that is called as a evolutionary relationship. So let us begin this biological classification. First one coming to, they have classified the many kingdoms. So first coming to kingdom Monera. Monera means it's like a bacteria. So its habitat is cosmopolitan in distribution, which means in extreme conditions also. And they have the prokaryotic organization. Usually we know prokaryotes means bacteria, which means that do not have a cell wall, which means they are acellular microscopic organisms. Bacteria are the sole member of kingdom Monera, and hundred of bacteria are present in a handful of a soil. In many way we take a soil, whatever be, by seeing that there is a many of thousand millions hundred of bacteria present in our soils. Some bacteria have capsules called as a mucilage. They are the pathogenic. The non-capsulated bacteria are non-pathogenic. That mucilage also be called as a glycocalyx, has a jelly layer which is present around the bacteria. So the cell wall of this bacteria is made up of peptidoglycan, which is also called as a murin. It is made up of N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetyl muramic acid. So there is having two type of bacteria, gram positive, gram negative bacteria. So main differences between them discuss. The gram positive bacteria, that's in that cell wall is 15 to 80 micrometer thick. They have in gram negative bacteria the cell wall was 2.5 to 12 micrometer thick, and here in a gram positive outer membrane is absent, in gram negative it is present. In gram positive cell wall contains 70 to 80% peptidoglycan. In gram negative cell wall contains 10 to 20% of peptidoglycan. Gram positive bacteria have a lipid content of wall is 1 to 2%, and gram negative it content of lipid content in the wall it is a 15 to 20%. In gram positive bacteria they have a quite prominent mesosomes. I had typed here wrong, that is a mesosomes are the quite prominent, and in gram negative it is a less prominent. Gram positive do not possess pili. Gram negative possess pili which helps in the locomotions part. And in gram positive bacteria for antibiotics it is in a susceptible, and in gram negative it is a resistance. Coming to ultrastructure of bacteria, so many components are there: capsule, cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, plasmid, episomes, many of them. Let us discuss one by one. First one, capsule. We have learned in this, that is our mucilage covering which contain lipopolysaccharide. Second one, cell wall. It is made up of peptidoglycan. Flagella. There are the locomotion organelles which contain flagellin protein, helps in locomotion. Pili. They are a hollow hair-like growth that found on the surface of the bacterium. Fimbriae. It helps to attachment of bacterium to the host cell. Plasma membrane. It is just located inside a cell wall. It has two types of mesosomes in foldings. Septal mesosomes helps in binary fusion. Lateral mesosome helps in respiration. Cytoplasm, it contains the 70S. In prokaryotes, ribosome is 70S. In eukaryotes, it is an 80S. So here, bacteria is Monera. It contains the 70S ribosome, rhizomaterials, and many enzymes in cytoplasm. So plasmid, it is a double-stranded circular DNA which can replicate independently in bacterium. Next is episome. It is an extra chromosomal DNA or a plasmid integrated into nuclei of the bacteria. These are the ultrastructures of bacterium. So it's coming to the bacteria having a different categories, has a shaped and divided. that bacteria are grouped under 4 categories based on their shapes. First one is spherical shape or spherical form, which is also called as a cocci. So example is Staphylococcus, Streptococcus. Next, coming to rod shape form, which is in a rounded shape, rod, cylindrical shape, called as a bacilli. So example is Streptobacilli. Next is curved or helical form. It is like a twisted and spring-like, called as a spirilla. And comma shaped, also called as a vibrio. Example is spirulina. Next, coming to members of the kingdom Monera, they have 3 types. First one is Eubacteria, Cyanobacteria, Archaebacteria. First one coming to Archaebacteria. It do not possess the correct prokaryotic organization. It is present on the extreme condition. So coming to their profile, its habitat is found in extreme climate condition, which means extremophile. Cell wall is made up of pseudomurine and pseudopeptidoglycan. Usually we know pseudo means false, means they cannot have a correct murine form. Lipopolysaccharides do not contain. False, they are the false lipopolysaccharide, means like that one. And coming to cell membrane, it is made up of single layer of branched fatty acids. Examples, so there is a cell membrane of in Archaebacteria is 3 types. First one is methanogen. It is an obligatory anaerobic bacteria which releases a methane, and they are found in the gut of several ruminants. They are responsible for gobar gas formation. Coming to halophiles, it means is having a high salt concentration. Next is thermoacidophiles, which means very high temperature and very low pH. Next, coming to cyanobacteria, which means blue-green algae. They are the oxygenic photoautotrophs. Autotroph means they preparing their food by their own way, by their own. Photo means by taking the light energy. So by taking light energy, they prepare their own food. They are called as the photoautotrophs. That one is the cyanobacteria. Example for that, nostoc, anabene, oscillataria, etc. So here individuals are the unicellular or colonial filaments, freshwaters, marines or terrestrial individuals. So here colonies are present in the nostoc. They are surrounded by the gelatinous sheet which prevents the desiccation, and some blue-green algae have heterocyst which conduct the nitrogen fixation. In polluted water bodies, they have a BGA, which means like a algal bloom forming like that structure. Next is Eubacteria, type of bacteria. So here heterotrophic, which means they prepare their organic foods from the external sources, which means they are dependent to prepare their food. So in that they have 3 types. Parasitic means by living cells of plants and animals they obtain their organic food. Saprophytic, they obtain their food by dead decaying matter. And symbiotic, it means the mutual beneficial relations with the organisms. Next, autotrophic means they prepare their own food. In that 2 types, photoautotrophs, chemotrophs. Phototroph means synthesize the food by help of light energy, which means the cyanobacteria. And chemotrophs, it's produce the matter from CO2 and H2O by the carbon dioxide and release in the water using energy liberate their inorganic substances like such as iron and ammonia. Taking their here example. Next, coming to mycoplasma, it's also like in a bacteria. So it is the smallest living cell without cell wall. So usually we say prokaryotes, bacteria, they all are the without cell wall. So it also be a part of a member of a kingdom Monera. So it is the smallest living cell without cell wall. So it can survive without oxygen. It causes the walking pneumonia, and they mostly produces the pleuropneumonia in domestic animals and typical pneumonia and mycoplasma neuritis in human, and little leaf disease of brinjal, which is bloom in plants. They are the diseases found in the humans, plants usually. So in this types of the bacteria, saprophytic, symbiotic, phototrophs, chemotrophs, examples have been there. For parasitic, Staphylococcus, saprophytic, Clostridium, Azotobacter, symbiotic, Rhizobium, leguminescence. Phototropes, Chlorobacterium, Theospirillum. Chemotropes, Nitrosomonas, Nitrobacter. This is a chart is just given in your NCRT. You have to learn that is the characters and cell type, cell walls, nuclear membrane, body organization, and mode of nutrition. How it is in the Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. So in coming to Monera, cell type is a prokaryotic. We know do not have a cell wall. Protista, eukaryotic. All are eukaryotic. Next, coming to cell wall, it is a non-cellulosic, which means polysaccharide plus amino acids in the Monera. In Protista, that is present in some. In fungi, they are present with the chitin, and in Plantae, it is present. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, and in Animalia, cell wall is absent. Nuclear membrane are absent in only in Monera and present in all kingdom. Coming to body organization, so in Monera and Protista they are cellular. Coming to the fungi, it's a multicellular having a loose tissue or a loose tissue. In Plantae, having a tissue or an organ. But in Animalia, tissue, organ system, having a 3 types of body organization. Coming to mode of nutrition, Monera is an autotropic, which means chemosynthetic, photosynthetic, and heterotropic also be para, sappho, and symbiotic. In Protista, they are the autotropic. They are not dependent. And photosynthetic and heterotropic. They are also dependent. Autotropic is not dependent. Heterotropic dependent. Fungi, heterotropic, which is an only saprophytic or parasitic. In Plantae, autotropic, which is only the photosynthetic, which means plant it can only gain by the light energy. So in Animalia, it is a heterotropic, holozoic, saprophytic, etc. Next, so these are the first part of this. Learned only the kingdom Monera part. In the second video, we learned the kingdom Protista, kingdom Mycota, which means fungi. So this is the part 1 of this lesson, biological classification. It is very easy, and I explained in this very small way. So if you like this video, hit the like button, share this video to your friends, and do not miss to subscribe the channel. And thanks for the watching.